The Schengen open borders policy that most EU member countries adhere to has come under intense pressure on multiple fronts as Europe faces its worst refugee crisis since the Second World War and the growing threat of transnational terrorism within the bloc. CCTV's Jack Barton reports from Brussels.
Over the past 3 decades, the Schengen Agreement has seen border checkpoints torn down between 22 EU member states and 4 countries outside of the bloc. The agreement cuts bureaucracy and supporters say it's good for trade. But critics, including many hardline European politicians, now claim it's one of the reasons hundreds of thousands of migrants and asylum seekers are arriving in Europe. Schengen supporters are also fighting allegations the passport-free zone is partially responsible for the attempted attack on a train travelling from the Netherlands to France.
Let's imagine that for each time we have a shooting happening in Texas or California, then the governor of Texas or California has to stop permanently freedom of movement across the US. Clearly this is unthinkable, and the same should be for the European Union. Freedom of movement is not the problem, it's just an opportunity. We have to of course regulate what's around it to make it safe.
Supporters of Schengen say more integration is the answer, not less.
Instead of thinking of limiting freedom of movement, we should think of reinforcing intelligence sharing and possibly having a European Central Intelligence Service.
Deeper unity was also the answer proposed by the leaders of Germany and France this week to curb the number of migrants and asylum seekers.
We must put in place a unified system for the right to seek asylum because it is the condition needed for the ability of free movement in a system such as Schengen.
On Tuesday, the EU's executive arm, the European Commission, made its position clear. The Commission said there would be no changes made or considered to the Schengen system that currently allows for passport-free travel between member countries, including at airports. The debate is far from over. EU countries like Britain and Ireland still refuse to join. And Belgium's Prime Minister says the Freedom of Movement Agreement will have to be re-examined if additional measures to tackle terrorism prove insufficient. And Italy's Foreign Minister has warned that without urgent action on migration, Schengen will collapse. Jack Barton, CCTV, Brussels.